We can start. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, literally like 8 hours ago, I went and slept because I was tired. I got off work. I went and played the first 3 games in the testing trilogy, and then the game was like, yeah, you should play out the testing chamber. It's a little different, so I went and slept, and I decided I'm going to stream this today. Probably till completion if it's not super long, but we shall see, so waste no more time. Let's get into it. Pre-game disclaimer. The testies? No, the testing series. I have them recorded. They're getting uploaded to YouTube. Really good games. I would actually recommend that you play them before you watch any of my stuff on them. They're good. They just asks you like a series of questions. I got kind of emotional at the end, honestly. Also, what up, Dark Gamer? They're not very expensive either. I think I got all 4 of these games for like $14. $14 Canadian, but 14 bucks. Alright. This experience is all about exploration and self-discovery. The testing chamber has many hidden mysteries to uncover if you choose to take advantage of all it has to offer. Each time you enter a new chamber, your progress will be saved and you will be unable to return from whence you came. It's important to explore each area as much as you can while you can, in order to get the most out of your experience. Also, for everyone who watched the stream yesterday and didn't tell me that my title was still GTA, I'll remember this. Some events throughout the experience can only be unlocked by thorough exploration and finding hidden pieces to puzzles. I'm not dyslexic, I swear. If you move on from an area too quickly before finding these pieces, you may miss out on future opportunities to unlock secrets you come across later. We urge you to choose your actions wisely. It is recommended that you play this game in the dark while wearing headphones for a full atmospheric effect and ambience. You may use a controller, keyboard, or a mouse, and you can adjust your key bindings as you fit in the options menu. I'm going to play with a keyboard, so you're going to have to deal with my clicky keyboard. We hope you enjoy your journey as it unfolds and wish you safe travels through the testing chamber. Now loading. Memorial of the Fallen. A cold wind blows, making it pouring rain that much colder. The consistent sting of the heavy downpour is almost unbearable to your bones, as your tattered attire offers you little protection from the harsh elements. Firelight flickers widely in the distance, beckoning you onward. Oh, this is me! Wander. Oh, okay. Options. Keyboard config. Page up, page down. There we go. Butterfly wings wanted. These winged beasts are an unwelcome plague in these lands. All butterflies are to be captured and plucked apart on sight. Huh. Okay. A large stone mausoleum stands before you. A solid stone door guards the entrance. You get a sense that you decide to venture forward. There might be no coming back. What would you like to do? Let's walk away for now. Rest in peace. Felix Arvis. Rest in peace. Mark Edwards. Forever loved, never forgotten. Rest in peace. Sean Williams. You'll be eternally missed. A wooden grave marker tied with a rope sits before you. What would you like to do? Read the grave marker. Here rests Sloth. Time waits for no one. Time will pass with or without you. In a year from now, you'll be 1 year ahead, or you can look back at your life a year prior from now. your prior and find yourself standing in the exact same position that you are right now. You don't want to move forward, but you do have to move. Soft, my friend, an enemy is the enemy of greatness. Western path, the testing chamber. Eastern path, the Lady of the Scales. Western path, the testing chamber. I appear to be like a skeleton, so... Ooh, I have a sprint. Sculptural woman holding a set of golden scales stands before you, tall before you. As you gaze upon its architecture, you begin to sense... What the fuck? The lack of distance between the scales represents something within yourself. There's a small cat-like creature wandering around aimlessly. What would you like to do? Pet the kitty. You reach down to inspect the tails as securely fastened to the collar of the animal. The name reads Lily Lizzle. Liz? Give Lily Liz a gentle pat on the head. Aww. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object nestled amongst the flowers. What would you like to do? Take the object. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved over time. You've acquired a crystalline petal. You see a shadowy visage of royalty appear briefly out of the corner of your eye. You hear a faint whisper in the wind. She loves me. Uh-oh! The visage disappears as quickly as it came. Oh, a small butterfly flutters near you. It almost seems as if it wants to get cut. Walk away. I know there's a bounty out for them. Fuck it. Apparently there's a... Pluck the wings from the butterfly. You begin to pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them in a small wooden lockbox for safekeeping. Acquired butterfly wings. Learn to let go of things that no longer serve you for a positive purpose, for it becomes a burden of dead weight that you carry with you from one problem to the next. Faint thumping noise can be heard coming from the wooden lockbox as something's trying to escape within. There's no point in looking backward. You're not going that way. I guess we should head on in. A large stone mausoleum stands before you. A solid stone guards the entrance. You decide to venture forward. Find out what's going back. What would you like to do? Open the door. Give the heavy stone door a solid push as it begins to open. The darkness emanating from the mausoleum is impenetrable. Something beckons you from within. The pungent smell of dirt and trapped rainwater floods the cavern air. You descend from a rope into the unknown. Your game has been successfully saved. I'm guessing I can't go back. A rusted metal mining pick leans gently against the cavern wall. The handle is splintered and weak. The tool has surely seen better days, and its purpose has been served well. Nothing is left here but a pile of processed stone and dirt. The vein has been stripped of all potential value. Others will remember the most beautiful face, know the most beautiful body. At the end of the day, they will remember the most beautiful heart and soul. The severed rings seem to be spasming even after they've been moved from the creature. Drinking light radiates from a crystallized object partially buried in the dirt. Flora, what would you like to do? Take the object. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to have an encrusted flower petal crystallized and preserved over time. Okay. appears again. You hear the same faint whisper as the same before. She loves me not. Ooh. I think you're a character from the last game. And once again, the visit disappears in the shadows of whence it came. Plethora of old books on... I'm also like ignoring this dude. Like standing right next to me, he's just like, what the fuck? A plethora of old books lying in the dusty wooden shelves. Most of the pages have been disconnected from the spines, and the ink on the parchment has become illegible and lost to time. A waterway of potions and elixirs fill themselves, though they appear to be far past their expiration dates. So I assume no good. Malicious. You come a long way to find this place, Wanderer. Let's hope your search is not in vain. Behind me lies the testing chamber. If you wish to enter, I must warn you first. Upon entry, you'll not be able to return. You will go deeper and deeper and deeper into the chamber. You will wander. You will search. You will be watched. And you will be judged. And as you delve deeper, you are unable to return from whence you came. But most importantly, you will have the opportunity to find the answers you seek. However, all knowledge comes with a price. You must reveal the darkest secrets you hold dear to an unforeseen forest in which you know nothing about. Only then will you gaze upon the very reflection of your soul. Remember to take your time and explore every inch, every corner, every dark crevice that exists within. Whatever you decide to put into the testing chamber will be exactly what you get out. Now go, Wanderer. Enter the testing chamber and claim what belongs to you. Whoa! Alright, let's go. You're about to enter the testing chamber. You'll be asked to make decisions and choices that cannot be undone, and in time, you'll be asked a series of questions in which you must provide your darkest truths. Your honesty is of most grave importance. If you try to cheat your way through the testing chamber, the only person you'll be cheating is yourself. You'll be asked to carry a series of tasks. These tasks will be rather simple. And some of these tasks will have you question yourself, questioning your morals, and above all else, questioning your resolve. The most important thing to do, remember, is to take your time. Do not rush. Keep your eyes peeled and senses alert for secrets hiding in plain sight. The testing chamber is home to many events, unique experiences, and unknown entities. Before I let you go, just know this. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Wanderer. Okay. May your journey be filled with the answers you seek. The welcoming room. Firelight flickers in the distance. You're unsure of where you are, but you get the sense that perhaps you shouldn't be here. The game has been successfully saved. Yeah. Butterfly wings. Sometimes life refuses to give you the things you wish for, but not always because you don't deserve them. Oftentimes because you deserve better and you can't see what life has in store for you. It is its life for you, Wanderer. An old journal made from thick animal parchment sits atop a wooden table. A list of questions with blank spaces, answers written in them. Fill in the blank answers. You begin to read the questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon the pages using a vile crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Do you have any obsessions that you consider unhealthy? Obsessions? Obsessions. I smoke. That's more of addiction, though. I can't really think of anything else. I'd say yes. I'd say smoking can be either an obsession or an addiction. I'd say yes. If you're on a jury, would you be willing to convict someone of a crime that you feel shouldn't be legal? No. If one of your vital organs were damaged beyond repair and one of your closest family members offered to give you a transplant, however, it would mean sacrificing their life in the process to do so. Would you accept their offer? No. If you are offered one item of your choosing, and whatever it is you wish it to be, in order to obtain it, you had to put on 100 pounds of body weight and lose all 100 pounds within the next year, would you do it? Yes. If you knew that the love of your life would get dementia and lose all memory of who you were in 5 years from now, would you continue to pursue a relationship with them until they've forgotten to who you were? Would you trade everything you have in life as it currently stands for a brand new life of your choosing? I'd like to do things differently in my life. No. Would you consider yourself to be one-hearted? Yes. Do you believe you have a dark mind? Yes. Would you say you have a dark sense of humor? Yes. If an alien race took over planet Earth, would you join them and betray the human race if it meant your survival? No. Would you consider yourself to be a loyal person? Yeah. Do you believe that freedom is the most important aspect of life? Yes. If you knew that a meteor was headed to Earth and would mean the extinction of the human race, would you board a space shuttle and head to a colony on Mars? What? Why not? Okay, if it means the extinction of the human race, yes, I would. Do you ever wonder if someone's out there almost exactly like you in nearly every conceivable way? I have thought about this. Like, man, some motherfucker out there living the same life I am. Yes. Do you ever get the sense you're being watched, even when you're certain you're alone? Yes. Finishing your final answer to the journal. The crimson inklings of whirl and form symbols on the pages you provide answers. Oof. The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. It almost seems it made a different parchment material from the rest of the journal. Perhaps this would be of use. Torn journal page. Your decisions have been noted. Your mark has been left. How do you feel, Wanderer? What is it like to traverse these halls? Maybe I should ask you that question again once you've seen what's in store for you. Ooh. A rotten carcass of a swine rests atop the table. It appears to be only half cooked and baked, as baked meat mixes with rotten decay flesh. Ugh. An old dusty clock sits on a wall. The hands of the clock has been stopped on 1:11. Okay. Between light ray lights from a crystallized object wedged into a small crack in the bottom of the stone wall. What would you like to do? Take the object. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be encrusted metal petal, crystallized and preserved over time. Ooh, she loves me. Huh. A dusty leather pouch resides here. What would you like to do? Reach into the bag. Inside the bag rests a wisdom token. It floats in your pocket as if it belongs to you. You acquired a wisdom token. Your decision has been noted. Mark has been left. A stone statue of a veiled woman stands before you. Her expression is cold and stoic. What would you like to do? Lay a token at the feet of the statue. Walk away. You lay the token at the statue's feet. You hear a voice echo in your mind. Attraction plants the seed. Reflection grows without desire. Mirror the things we need. Flourish into what we admire. You have paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Your decision has been noted. You hear glass shatter in the distance. That's just a laser. Ooh. Gaze deeply into the mirror. Something begins to pull you in. Uh-oh! Halls of Purgatory. I didn't want to leave yet, but oh fuck! You managed to somehow find your way behind the mirror. Now how you got here is beyond your understanding, but the more important question is ask yourself is just how you're gonna find your way out. Game has been successfully saved. As although it may seem, the welcome sight of blood-soaked bedsheet rests on the floor in the corner is almost comforting. It's probably not the best place to rest like this. Huh. gives off a mysterious glow. Pluck the butterflies from the wing. Begin to pull apart the round rings and stuff in the small wooden lockbox of safekeeping. Quite a butterfly rings. Imagine if you had given up the last time you felt like your whole world came crashing down. Think of all the amazing moments you would have missed. Wisdom has been granted. You notice a small cat-like creature wandering around aimlessly. What would you like to do? Pet the kitty. Reach down and inspect the tails that are securely fastened to the collar of the animal. Its name reads Libby Lib. Give Lily Lib a gentle pat on the head. Aw. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. Take it. Crystalline petal. She loves me not. Before you sits an old rotten wooden chest. It appears to be locked tight. What would you like to do? Open the chest. You don't have the means to open this chest. Perhaps you should try praying for some guidance. Your decision has been noted. What the fuck? I didn't even open it. Before it sits you an old iron gate. You try to open it, but it won't budge. You currently have the means to get through this gate. Action has been noted. Help. A bloodstained altar stands before you. Upon the altar rests a tattered diary. What would you like to do? Read from the diary. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. First entry. We all go frantic, we begin to panic, impending doom looming over us now. Antagonistic antics, we grow romantic. We spiral and plummet towards the ground. We pray for winged ones to come and save us from our fall. We pray for our watchful ones to guide us before we lose it all. We pray for sickness, health. We pray for sickness, health, greed, and wealth. Mercy or reprieve. All our players. All our prayers we shout in vain, in God whom we don't believe. But we must ask this of you before we decide to go. There's one thing we wonder, this desperately wishing to know. Just what would you do if only you knew that the God you don't believe in doesn't believe in you? Signed, the Madman. A small rusty key rests on top of the page of the diary. Did I even start recording? I did. Okay, thank God. Rusted key. Use the key to open the chest. Lock clicks open in a single turn, and the key turns to dust in your hand. Inside the chest rests a darkened vial of bubbling black liquid. It disappears from the chest with a blink of an eye and somehow manages to find itself securely palmed in your hand. Corrosive. Decision has been noted. A mark has been left. Pet the kitty again. Ahaha! It disintegrates before your eyes. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Oh, fuck. A blood-soaked doll sits in a darkened corner of the room. Her eyes fixated on you seem to follow you wherever you move. It almost looks as though its head moves slightly, but you could just be your mind playing tricks on you. Upon closer inspection, you notice that doll's wearing a ring around one of her bloody fingers. What do you want to do? I'm not gonna take that ring. Fuck that. Seems like I should take it, but like, I'm not gonna do that. An old noose sits on the table. Thick layers of a dried blood coat of old dusty rope. Flakes of crimson begin to crumble off the noose and onto your hands, absorbing sweat and melding to your fingers like thick, sticky paint. What the fuck? Walk away. Hold on. Can I change my decision? Walk away for now. Hold on. I am curious if I decide to hang myself atop the highest pillar. I am like a skeleton. I am already an undead. Can't go past this. 2-2. Okay. The other one was at 1-1. Wait, what does this book say? An old journal made from thick animal parchment sits atop a wooden table. It has a list of questions, begs answers to be written. What would you like to do? Answer the questions. I'm going to read the questions from the journal. You ink your answers in a vial of crimson sitting next to the book. Do you have a favorite number? Yes. Do you have a favorite color? Yes. Do you have any superstitions that you genuinely believe? Superstitions? I am 100% under the belief that I have the opposite of karma. Meaning, if I do something bad, something good happens to me. But if I do something good, something bad happens to me. I am 100% on the belief of that. Because every fucking time, I swear, if I murdered someone, which I never will, but if I murdered someone, I'd win the fucking lottery. So yes. Life is short. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. Have you ever cut anyone out of your life completely? I've just stopped talking to people. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Have you ever felt like you deserve a second chance? For certain things, yeah. For other things, no. So since it's like, have you ever felt that you deserve a second chance? I guess it's not really me to decide if I deserve it. If I feel like I deserve it, honestly, no. So no. Not really. I don't think it's up for me to decide anyways. Do you believe that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to? Not overly. Would you say that you put high personal value on family? Yes. Have you ever felt unloved? Yes. Have you ever felt unwanted? Yes. Do you ever wonder if anyone is thinking about you? Yes. Do you think about others often? Yes. Would you say that you consider a person? I think so, yeah. Do you feel like others don't always consider your feelings? No. No. Do you ever feel undervalued? Ever? Yes. Finish inking your final question into the journal. The crimson begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages where you provided your answers. Final page of the journal. Huh. Appears to be considerably worn. It also seems to be made of different parchment material from the rest of the journal. Perhaps this would be of use. On a turn journal page. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Alright, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Really? I just hang myself? You feel a dilated pillow stirring enough to support your weight and string yourself up. The noose wraps around your neck and the rope stretches tight as you begin to suffocate. Oh, I literally am dying. The halls of purgatory. Oh! You must carry the weight of your choices upon your souls, no matter how heavy the burden may be. You will bear them all the same. Huh. What one was it? Ah, fuck it. Okay, we're not dead, so fuck it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna load my save. I really don't want to. I made that decision. Oh, fuck! Well, the doll's gone. I'm officially creeped out. Let me get the fuck out of this room. The gaping maw. The stillness to silence. The abyssal darkness in the depths below. I wonder how deep it goes. You hear what sounds like breathing down below as I have something lurking in the darkness. Can't help but wonder when we'd be gazing back at you from below. What would you like to do? Feed the maw? Feed the maw. Toss the noose into the maw. It quakens feverishly with hunger. The abyss wants more, always wants more. An endless unfilled void that consumes you in every imaginable... Oh! The warning hall. Oh, I feel like I've been eaten. You find yourself in an unknown chamber. A sense of calm washes over you, even though you're unsure whether or not to trust the belief in the comfort feeling. The game has been successfully saved. I'm gonna save as well, though. Over file 2. A small butterfly flutters near you. A strange, unfamiliar glyph appears on one of its wings. What would you like to do? Pluck the wings of the butterfly. We bring to pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them into a small wooden lockbox for safekeeping. Life goes on one way or another. Like it or not, you can choose to dwell in the past or focus on your future you still have left. Life will go on with or without you. A life. For a blessing. Huh. A sealed envelope sits atop a wooden table. What would you like to do? Open the envelope. You open the envelope and reveal what's inside. Handwritten letter addressed to seemingly no one. It reads, to whoever this may concern. I came here looking for answers. What I found, however, was far more than I bargained for. I urge you to turn back now and leave this place. Literally can't, for it's already claimed too many desperate souls seeking answers to questions that ought not be asked. If I can't do one good deed with my last moments, I'm going to leave this warning to the next poor unfortunate soul who finds itself wandering these hearts. Turn back now. Sometimes questions are better left unanswered. Signed, a friend. Well, we literally can't turn back. It's like that's like the agreement. It's like when you go in, you're in. You're stuck in there. That's the agreement. It's like once you go in, there's no turning back. You put the note back in the envelope and leave it on the table. Let me guess, 333? There's a hole in the bottom. Oh. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. There's a hole in the bottom of the case where a critter may have made its home at one point. And the clock's frozen at 3:33. Yeah, not surprised. An old journal from a thick animal skin parchment sits on top of a wooden table. A list of questions with blank spaces for answers to be written. What would you like to do? Fill in the blank answers. Begin to read questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon pages using a vial of crimson liquid that sits next to the book. But you consider yourself to have an addictive personality. Well, I smoke cigarettes, but do I get addicted to things? Not overly. Smoking is about the only thing. I'd say no. Would you consider yourself to be impulsive at times? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be abnormal? Yes. To your knowledge, have you ever been tricked or deceived by someone you care for? Yes. Cared for now. Would not no longer care for. Would you say that sometimes you have a difficult time with letting things go? Yeah. You forgive easily, but also yeah. Consider yourself to be a liar? Yes. When someone lies to you, do you feel like it's an insult to your intelligence? Yes. You consider yourself to be a realist? Yeah. Do you have nightmares often? Yes. Would you say that you enjoy sleep? Fuck yes. Do you ever wish that you didn't have to sleep? I honestly do. Like, I wish I did not have to sleep because that's an extra, like, 8 hours a day added to your life. It sucks that we, as humans, we have 70 years on this earth and we have to spend at least, like, roughly around 8 hours a day to sleep. Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be an anxious person? Yes. No. No. Oof. Would you consider yourself to be traumatized from past events that have occurred in your life? Yes. You're finished inking your final answer into the journal, and crimson ink begins to swirl on the pages where you provided your answers. The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. It also seems made of different parchment material from the rest of the journal. Perhaps this will be of use. Okay. Ooh. Twinkling light razor blades from a crystallized object that has been tucked into a shallow divot on the stone floor. Take the object. And it's a petal. She loves me not now? She loves me. leafy planter sits on the table in the corner of a room. It looks like it's been freshly watered. Take the clover. Lucky clover. Nice. Crystal ball sits atop of a bloodstained table. It gives off an eerie, dark energy. What would you like to do? Rub the crystal ball, peer into the crystal ball, walk away. Rub it. Place your hand firmly against the crystal ball. It feels cold to the touch. Suddenly feel something inside your hand. You pull your hand away. A wisdom token is revealed. Quite a wisdom token. Suspicion has been noted. Sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. A large heavy chair sits against a stone wall. Appears to be made of clay and feels cold to the touch. No one gives off any energy. Oh. Before you stand an open door with a wooden iron handle. Once you venture through the door, wanderer, you'll be unable to return. Make sure you're ready to depart, but continue onward and tread carefully. Would you like to open the door? No. Is this the one even unlocked, or do they both unlock? You just have to make a choice? Huh. Literally just make a choice. Huh. Yeah, literally just pick a door. You can't go to the other one. Fuck it, I'm flipping a coin. This is what's come down to. I'm flipping a coin. Flip a coin 100 times. I've made it to where I'm doing 100 times. There's one that I pick as a, oh fuck. Oh, that's a thing. Alright. I flip it 100 times and it like counts how many times you flipped it, and whatever gets more. If I get right, if I get tails more times, I'm going through the right door. If I get heads more times, I'm going through the left door. Right now I've only flipped it 20 times and they're both relatively tied. Flips. Heads has a strong lead. Oh. Heads wins, so I'm going through the left door. Watch, they both come out in the same area. Yes. Give the wooden door a heavy push. Familiar room surrounds you, yet brings an unfamiliar feel. The game has been successfully saved. It doesn't seem like it comes out in the same area. A small butterfly flutters near you. One of its wings have been severed. Click the wings. Butterfly wings. Sometimes silence gives more answers than anything can ever ask from words. Can you feel the pain, wanderer? Can you feel the anger through the silence? An old journal made from thick animal parchment sits on top of a wooden table. A list of questions with blank answers to be written. What would you like to do? Fill in blank answers. Yep, same thing as usual. Have you ever felt like your friends and family have been keeping things from you? Yes. Have you ever felt lost in life? Yes. Are you confident in your ability to lead people in a successful direction if the situation required it? If it required it, and depending on what we're doing, yeah. Do you sometimes consider yourself to be a follower? Yeah. Have you ever dreamt of being a hero? Yes. Have you ever considered being a villain? No. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings unintentionally? Yes. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings on purpose? Yeah. Yeah. Would you consider yourself being an artist of some sort? No. Do you feel respected in your day-to-day life? No. Would you consider yourself to be scared? No. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Do you believe in perfection? No. If you knew your significant other was gonna die, would you tell them? No. Yeah. Have you ever trusted someone with your darkest secret? Yes. Finish inking your final answer in the journal. Comes an inkling to swirl from foreign symbols on the pages where you provided your answers. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. Tickling noise can be heard from within, yet its hands seem to be unmoving. The hands of the clock have stopped and frozen at 4:44. An old wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. Handprint appears to be carved on each side of the test alongside with a set of words. The two words that follow are dream and nightmare. What would you like to do? Rest your hand on dream. The chain of the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You caught Angel's Feather. Made a decision, Wanderer. Keep this with you as you continue your journey. It is important for you to gaze upon your reflection. Various notes are scattered across the table. Through closer inspection, they appear to be written in a strange language you've never seen before. A twilight light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. It's partially covered in dirt. What would you like to do? Take the object. Twinkling object appears to be a crystal metal flower and crystalline crystal. She loves me not. It's best to judge one by the questions they ask rather than the answers they give. Pay tribute and receive a blessing of wisdom. Put in grave marker, the tether of the rope sits before you. What would you like to do? Read the grave marker. Here reads lust. Lust would choose to keep the body and rid the soul. Love would choose to keep the soul and happily accept whatever body comes with it. There exist few diseases quite so destructive as lust. I kinda wanna go this way. Oh, hold on. Rest in peace, lust. Let's go this way. Before stands you an old wooden door with an iron handle. Would you like to open the door? Yes. Old friends die hard. A faint growl can be heard briefly in the distance. It fades just as quickly as it can. You wonder if you even heard it at all. You have successfully been saved. I'm gonna save as well. Huh. Little journal. Okay, some more questions. Fill in the blank answers. You ink your answers upon the pages using crimson violet liquid that sits before you. Consider yourself to have a great deal of empathy. Yes. Consider yourself to have a romantic soul. Yes. Have you made reckless decisions you later end up regretting? Oh, fuck yeah. Have you considered yourself to be nosy? Yes. You ever sing when no one is listening? Kinda, yeah. You ever feel like you can't be yourself in front of others? No, not really. Do you trust everyone in your soul circle entirely? Everyone? I'm not gonna count co-workers because I barely know them, but social circle, yeah. Would you say that you've had a happy childhood? First world problems. Yeah, in hindsight, I have. Could you be happy in life if no one knew who you were? Yes. Would you be happy being a performer for a living? Yes. Trying to stream. Do you typically avoid big parties or social gatherings? I don't really avoid it, just don't go to a lot. Do certain words make you uncomfortable? Kind of? Yes. Do you enjoy solving riddles? Yes. You ever look for deeper meanings in things? Well, I am doing that now because of this fucking game. Do you ever suffer from auditory hallucinations? Sometimes. I sometimes hear my name being called when I know no one is home. I guess that would count. Huh. A pile tattered out of scrolls sits in a heap of piled high in the corner of the room. What would you like to do? Read from the scrolls. Select a scroll from the pile and begin to read it aloud. You enter by the sound of a monstrous, guttural bellow coming from the very walls that surround you. Perhaps the scrolls aren't meant to be read from. Okay. Oh, get back here, you little shit. Small butterflies flutters near you. It's covered in vicious green liquid. What would you like to do? Pluck the wings. Begin to pull apart the wings from the butterfly and stuff them into a small wooden lockbox for safekeeping. Fire butterfly rings. Point to love and appreciate those who saw you as when you were all but invisible to everyone else who gazed upon your being. Do you enjoy the soft sound of the supple wings snapping as you pluck them from its body? No. I would say it caused me great discomfort. Twilight radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. There's a puddle of green ooze slowly nearing the object, but it's not made physical contact. What would you like to do? Ooh, she loves it. The steel cake seems to be bleeding up a profuse amount of green ooze. This liquid is quite vicious and smells of alcohol. You notice a small glass vial sits within the alcoholic sludge. What do you like to do? Take the vial. Vial of toxicity. So it sounds of alcohol. It smells of alcohol. 3 bloody bears sitting in a row. Where do they belong to? Where do they go? Red's missing an eye, which makes it hard to see. Blue's missing a mouth, which makes it hard to breathe. Black's missing a heart, which makes it hard to care. All 3 bloody arrows reveal the bloody bears. What would you like to do? 3 bloody bears sitting in a row. Where do they belong to? Where do they go? Red's missing an eye, makes it hard to see. Blue's making a mouth, which makes it hard to breathe. Black's missing a heart, makes it hard to care. All 3 bloody arrows reveal the bloody bears. Black. You reach out and touch the bloody black bear. You see something hard pounding from its abdomen. Reach in your hand to the bear's stomach. Wisdom token falls in the palm of your hand. Oh shit! Sound of unlocking can be heard in the distance. Let's go this way. Yes. A midnight snack. Uh-oh. Hear a sound of flesh being ripped from the bone, pulled apart, and devoured somewhere in the room. It seems to be coming from a darkened corner of the chamber, just out of firelight. A deep guttural bellow can be heard amidst the tearing meat and snapping of bones. Stand perfectly still as not draw attention as you listen attentively. The chewing abruptly ceases as something seems to be shining in the distance, catches your eye before fading. Well, I'm made of bones, so... Fuck. One of its wings appear to be singed and scarred with burn marks. Aw, pluck its wings. Pull our wings to the buff line, stuff in a small wooden lockbox for safekeeping. Some treat others how they are treated, some treat others how they wish to be treated. Ugh. No, it's not. Suddenly reflecting the firelight, giving off a glimmer. A slight glimmer from between the broken tiles. What do you like to do? Glimmer. You reach out and grab the glimmering object. It's caked to dirt except for a small metallic edge. You have the object between your fingers and clean off the muck. The wisdom token shines brightly in the palm of your hand. Huh. Let me guess, 555. Appears to be a large crack going down its center. Oh, 123. Huh. Not what I expected. Oh, fuck. Come across the skeletal remains that appear to be a recent snack for some vicious creature. Torn apart flesh cling to the bones, with not much left of the corpse to inspect. Bloody remains emit a great deal of warmth, which suggests the unfortunate victim was still alive, most likely mere minutes of your arrival to this chamber. Well, alright, let's go fill out those questions quickly. A tingle radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. You hear whispering coming from the shadows whenever you gaze upon the object. Take the object. Okay. Crystalline petal. She loves me not. Smell of which Julius' altar rests on the dirty floor. Coins sit among the candles surrounding the picture of the mirror. Amongst the coins, you notice there's one particular that's only half a coin. What'd you like to do? Huh. You pull out the half coin from the pile surrounding the picture. You obtain a left half of a coin. Lay a token. You have voice echo in your mind. Character and reputation are two different things. Pay attention to your character if that's who you are. Reputation is how others think you are. You'd be wise to pay attention to the difference. Pay tribute and receive a blessing of wisdom. Precision has been noted. Mark has been left. Sound of door unlock can be heard in the distance. Yes, but I didn't do the questions, so let's go back and do those. Inner drill made of thick animal parchment. Yep, go. Do you believe that you do enough to help others in need? No. You do more. Do you believe that you can rely on those around you to take care of you if need be? Could I be taken care of if I was like in like a vegetative state? Like I was in a state to where I couldn't like work a normal job or like take care of myself. Do I believe I could? Yes. Would I want them to? No, but still yes. Do you ever see things that aren't really there? Yes. Have you woken up from a deep sleep with the sensation of falling? Yes. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Do you agree with the statement? I mean, space is pretty scary. I don't know, man. No. Have you lied to someone within the last week? No, I don't think I have. Do you sometimes make promises that you just can't keep? Yes. Consider yourself to have a guilty conscience? Yes. Do you often worry about others? Yes. Do others often worry about you? I don't think so. Maybe. So yes. Have you trusted someone entirely without question? Yes. You consider yourself to be emotional? Fuck yes. Do you ever feel the presence of someone in the room with you even when you're alone? Yes. Do you feel that everything in life will work out exactly the way it's supposed to? No. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Yes. Fuck you, game. Ugh. Played knocking in my ears. System has been noted. No has been left. I'm gonna go right because it looks like there's motherfucking blood right there, and I feel like if I go that way, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go this way. Stand before you an old wooden door with an iron handle. Would you like to open the door? Yes. the leftovers. Ew, thick. Putrid sense emanating from somewhere in the room permits your nostrils and makes you retch violently. Game has successfully been saved. Huh. I'll draw away from. Okay, yeah, let's answer the questions. Actually, hold on, I want to explore the room first. Ooh. A rotting plate of God knows what filthy blood splattered floor. Walk away, just walked away. A rotting plate of God knows what filthy blood splattered floor. On the filthy blood splattered floor, maggots crawl out of the rotting refuse. Out of the rotting refuse. Fuck it. And flies swarm in a heap. What would you like to do? Walk away? Just walk away. Probably for the best. No dusty clock sits on the wall. You can see the reflection of the room encased in the clock. However, you cannot see. Huh. A vampire. At 3:21. One grave on the tether with a rope sits before you. What do you want to do? Read the grave marker. Rest in peace, envy. Jealousy and envy are eternal consciousness of our internal consciousness and confess of our own inferiority and the admittance of other superiority. For what it is we feel, we ourselves are lacking within us. Yeah, okay, yeah. It appears to be covered in blood. Take the object. She loves me. A small butterfly flutters near you. It doesn't put much of a struggle to attempting to capture it. What would you like to do? Pluck the wings from the butterfly. You can't love for who you are if you hate how you got here. Ugh. Do you understand how fortunate you are, I wonder, to be you instead of them? Instead of them. All wooden chest rest before you, locked and chains shut. Handprint appears to be carved on each side of the chest, along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows: food and water. What would you like to do? Food. Chain in your chest breaks with a loud metal clink. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You acquired baked bread. Choice has been made, wanderer. Nothing else here, right? Rest in peace, envy. Okay then, let's go fill out some questions. Old journal made from thick animal parchments at the top of a wooden table. A list of questions, blank space, answers to be written. Would you consider yourself to be reserved? Yes. Unstable? I feel like we all break down that sometimes. Yes. No. Have you showed up with someone you probably shouldn't have? I got this question yesterday. I'm not sure what I picked. No. Have you ever stood up during a time where you knew you? Oh. Have anyone ever stood up during a time where you knew you were in the wrong? Probably, yeah. Would you give your life to save someone else's, even the person may not deserve it? If they might not deserve it, depends on the person. Family, yes. Friends, yes. No. Do you value other people's happiness over your own? Yes. Consider yourself to be selfish at times? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be selfless at times? Yes. Selfish and selfless, kind of weird, right? Do you ever feel like others judge you without getting to know you? Yes. Do you typically make friends with people who are very similar to you? Yes. Consider yourself to be a loner? Kinda, yeah. Do you consider yourself to be shallow at times? No. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, that's what the covers are for. Do you feel manic at times? No. Unstable, yes. Manic, no. Manic is like literally insanity. A decrepit wooden bucket sits on the dirty floor. There's a note sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Come for examination. Notes a crude dagger alongside the note. See, no sacrifice, no entry. You press the crudely sharp dagger in the palm of your hand and close your fingers on the blade until you feel sharp pain and flesh being severed. More blood begins to flow freely from the palm of your hand and fill the bucket. Oh my god! As the bucket fills with blood, something floats to the top. A wisdom token presents itself and the bucket fills to the brim. Alright. Man, I filled up a whole lot of that bucket. Also, I'm like a skeleton. How the fuck am I... Okay, whatever. Let's go right again. Yes. You're not alone. Ah, thanks. Make me feel really uneasy. Hear the sound of small critters scurrying around the darkest corners of the room. The game's been successfully saved. Small butterfly flutters near you. A small glass shard is embedded in its wing. What'd you like to do? Pluck the wings? We are not given a good life, nor a bad one. We're however most only given a life. I wouldn't agree. Not everyone's really given a life. Like, someone who gets cancer at the age of fucking 5, that's not a life. 1234. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. It's almost entirely covered with sticks, leaves, and other debris that was most likely collected with small critters of sorts. What would you like to do? Take the object. Reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be encrusted metal flower. Oh, yeah. What's up, Soviet? Miss you. Yo, what up, RCM? I'm dead. Oh, she loves me not. I've been a busy lad. Appears to be a small opening in the bottom corner of the stone wall. What would you like to do? Look into the hole. As you attempt to look in the hole, you hear squeaking of a small critter hiding in the darkness. It doesn't appear to want to come out. As much as your hand is too large to fit into the hole. Ah, fuck! Huh. A loud crashing noise can be heard, although it sounds like the cries of an unknown creature in the room. Fuck, okay. Full of blood flowing on the floor where you stand. A mirror to the wall seems to be shadowed by some unknown entity. Lovely. Stone statue of a veiled woman stands before you. Shows a small glass shard in your hands. What would you like to do? You lay a token at the statue's feet. You hear an echo in your mind. Understanding requires much more depth than knowledge. Perhaps many know you, but how many understand you? Pay tribute to receive the blessing of wisdom. Cancer at 5. We're talking Caillou. He had a life. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Alright, let's fill out these questions. An old journal made from a thick animal parchment sits on top of a wooden table. List of questions for blank spaces where answers to be written. What would you like to do? Fill in the blank answers. You begin to read questions from the journal. You ink up your answers upon responses. Oh, upon pages using a vial crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Have you ever feel what may look in the dark as you're trying to sleep at night? No. You ever find you get bored easily when you're on your own? Yes. You ever find ways to keep yourself entertained? Yes. You say that someone who enjoys their own company? Yes. Do you typically get along well with others? Typically, yeah. Consider yourself to be stubborn. I'm hella stubborn. Consider yourself to be argumentative. I like a good debate. I like debating. You are usually right when it comes to disagreements. Yes. Can't argue with me on that. Consider yourself to be egotistical at times. Yes. Have you ever had an inflated opinion about yourself? Yes, I'm Googling what this means. Making something seem better or more important than it really is. Okay. Like more important or more skilled at something. I am a pro gamer, so no. Soviet rambling explains why Kirby is a spirit animal. He needs that big mouth. What the fuck? Have you ever had a low opinion of yourself? Yes. Do you typically have a low opinion of others? No. Does meeting new people make you anxious? Yes. Have you ever fantasized about living in a world all by yourself? Kinda, yeah. You consider yourself to be in the center of your own universe. Well, if you're not in the center of your own life, I don't know who else could be. A lover, I suppose, so... no. Finish inking your final answer into the journal. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages where you provided your answers. Let's go this way. Yes. The music room. Faint sound of music will be coming from somewhere in the room. Oh, yo, what up, buddy? A twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. Whenever you look upon the twinkling object and you faintly hear a piano being played in the distance, what would you like to do? Take the object. Reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be crystallized. Yeah, okay. She loves me not? No, she loves me. Pile of bones rest carefully stuffed into a broken stone wall. Various insect. What game is this? It's called The Testing Chamber. It's in a series of the games. There's The Test, Hypothesis Rising, and The Test Final Revelation. Now, this is The Testing Chamber, which plays much differently to the first three. I would heavily recommend them. They're on Steam for like $14 Canadian right now. They're really good. The first three are just answering questions, and it gives you like a word at the end of it, and they're like long, like quizzes. This one's playing a little differently, where there are questions, but I'm like walking around in a room. A pile of bones rests carefully stuffed into a broken stone wall. Various insects and critters scurry between the skeletal remains of some poor unfortunate soul. Among the bones is an old, worn, tattered piece of parchment. It's crumpled in a roll. What would you like to do? Take the parchment. Reach in your hand and take into the wall and wrap your fingers around the parchment before quickly yanking it out. You obtain the treasure map. X marks the spot on an old, tattered treasure map that's clearly seen better days. It seems to take you to an unknown island you never heard of before. Journal me. I think animal skin parchment sits on top of a wooden table. List of questions for blank spaces to be answers to be written. What would you like to do? Fill out the blank answers. You ever take dangerous or unnecessary risks even when the board probably isn't worth the consequences? Yes. Do you ever do things to the thrill or adrenaline lust or that activity gives you? Yes. If you knew your death would be the fall of your significant other and the only way to avoid your death was to break contact with them forever, would you do it? No. If you could know the death dates of everyone you care about, would you want to know? Honestly, yes. Would you consider yourself to be a jealous person? No. Would you consider yourself to be insecure at times? Yes. Would Would you say that you do well under pressure? After the pressure is done, I deflate. Yes. Have you considered leaving Earth forever? Yeah, but where would I go? Do you ever pray? Yes. If you travel back into a previous period of time, would you? Yes. You can fast forward your life without having to currently live it, would you? Yes. Right now, about a month. I would like to fast forward a month right now, because my job is boring. Yes. Do you believe in true evil? Yes. It's better to kill than be killed. Do you agree with the statement? Yes. Is there something in your life that you fear? Yes. To your knowledge, has anyone ever been afraid of you? To my knowledge, no. Finishing, can you find your answer into the journal? An old dusty clock sits on the wall. A music note appears to be carved in the bottom of the clock's case. Hands of the clock have been frozen at 3:45. Oh, that's probably very annoying, sorry. A dusty clay vase sits on the ground before you. You peer into the bottom, which appears to be shrouded by darkness. What would you like to do? Smash it. You give the vase a mighty kick with all your power and strength. Agreeing between the broken pieces of the vase is a small coin. An old organ rests against a stone wall. It's caked with thick cobwebs. Spiders skitter across the keys. What would you like to do? Play the organ. Place your hands on the dusty, spider-infested keys and begin to play a few notes. As you continue to play notes, you hear a distant sound of a violin playing along from coming from somewhere in the darkness. How many of you thought that that was me playing the piano, not the music of the game? Oh! Small butterfly flutters near you. Its wings are caked in a clay-like substance. What would you like to do? Pluck the butterflies. You are worthy of the love you bestow upon others. I envy you, wanderer. Surely I do. Let's go see. You know what? Let's avoid the bones. Stand before your old wooden door with an iron handle. Would you like to open the door? Yes. The library. Huh. Distant aroma of old musty books sweep across the room. The game has been successfully saved. Oh, fuck. There's a lot of saves. I'm saving after every room. So if I ever want to go back, after I beat the game for the first time, I won't load a save during my first playthrough, but if I ever want to go back and change some things, I will. Wooden grave marker tethered with a rope sits before you. What would you want to do? Read the grave marker. Here rests gluttony. Oh, so I'm guessing I'm going through all the sins. Some feel as though gluttony is a trait of self-serving who disregard the actions this may spell doom for others. Gluttony is also escape from reality that's consuming one from within. A small butterfly flutters near you. One of its wings appears with a small metal object. Pluck its wings. How can you expect the world to change if you remain the same yourself? Fair point. How many of those do you think you end up collecting, Wanderer? Do you think you'll ever get load hearing the brittle wings snap from their abdomen? Probably. Cobblers envelop the old tombs of many of the pages no longer remain intact. Here's one book on the shelf is noteworthy condition. It just might be legible. What you're willing to do? Read the book. You'll do a few pages of the well-kept book, stopping on a page when something of interest to you. Appears to be a handwritten page of some sort, perhaps a journal or a diary. Perhaps it's an open letter to anyone who may find it. It reads as follows. I don't know who's going to read this. Hell, I've barely touched anything in this place since I got here. A few things I've come to realize since I've been trapped in these halls. For starters, it appears there are foul magics at play here. I found a grisly ritualistic altars, human sacrifice, half-eaten corpses, mass grave of nameless bones, and worse. Even if you can imagine worse that is. I've also met a few other wanderers on my journey through these halls. I've shared a few words and they've had some knowledge stowed upon me. After the woman escaped from a grotesque abomination only to find out that she was at risk hankering for human flesh. Huh. No one and no thing here is to be trusted under any circumstances. To be honest, the longer I spend within the testing chamber, the more I can understand why. From what I understand, the only way out of this place is to find a sacred mirror of some sort. Without the mirror, our souls are forever lost in purgatory, doomed to endlessly wander these halls for eternity. Many come seeking answers, few make it out alive, and yet, I've yet to see anyone survive here longer than a day or two. I'm beginning to think there'll be no explanation. Through constant exploration and ruthless amount of digging, my studies have led me to conclude that this place was originally built to keep souls of the damned from escaping their eternal prison. But whoever built this place wanted something good to come from its presence. Other wanderers I've spoken to believe in the souls who are trapped here are meant to offer the guidance based on the mistakes of the past lives. A vile woman used to wander these halls until she turned to stone, and she was served as a caretaker, guiding light in the darkness for quite some time before she crossed paths with one of the worst entities that roam these halls. Some claim that not everything here is evil. I'm not so sure about that. I was told that if I came here I would gain the answers I sought. I don't even know if that's possible at this point. My skin is beginning to rot off my bones. I don't know how much longer I can last in this journey, though I can only describe as a living hell. To be quite honest with you, I don't know if I'm still alive anymore, and if I am, I don't know how much longer that's meant to last. Signed, a wanderer. So we gotta find a mirror? I don't want to leave yet, but we gotta find a mirror. I have found a mirror already. That's how I entered. You close the book and carefully slide it back to the place on the bookshelf. So don't trust anyone. Got it. Rest in peace, Gluttony. Don't trust anybody. The books on the shelf appear to be other ashen soot, as though they barely survived the fire at some point. One of the books appears to be unburned. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like it belongs with the others on the shelf. What would you like to do? Read the book. You'll do the first pages of the mysterious unburnt book until stopping the page covered in images of butterflies. There are various depictions of human-like figures morphing into small critters. Their arms and legs shrink. Their torso begins turn smaller into smaller abdomens, and some of them even sprout wings, judging by the imagery. The book is detailed. Oh my fuck! Are those butterflies people? Ah! The book has detailed passage of various things you might encounter in the testing chamber. It reads as follows. To the trapped souls who seek vindication and absolution, read on. If you believe that your soul has been wrongfully kept within the confines of the testing chamber, you might undergo the trials of wisdom and attempt to free yourself from these halls and recollections all captivity, severing bones that shackle you from this prison. One of the first steps of this process is finding an old hag who wanders the halls and playing a tribute of her choosing. Once the hag has agreed to assist you, she will bestow upon a transmorphication spell which will turn you a creature of your choosing. Many choose to become butterflies. They're easier to get around, and you can make yourself more or less noticeable as sticking to the shadows, only venturing into the light when you deem necessary. Also allows you to keep yourself out of threats from below, as most of the entities wander these halls do not. Once transmorphic has taken full effect, you must seek out a wanderer and offer your help to them. For wanderer accepts to bestow upon the blessing and knowledge, may aid them in their journey. If your watcher deems you... Oh, fuck. If the watcher deems you blessed or worthy, your soul shall forever be freed from the testing chamber. Where your soul travels after this process is complete and still unknown, but one thing's for certain. No soul has ever left these halls has ever returned. Signed, Alice. Are those butterflies people? Oh my god! Hold on. Offer your life to them. Okay, okay. Okay. So killing them is a good thing. Alright, alright. Kill them. Kill all the butterflies. Because they're people who want to try and leave. Okay. The wood used for these shelves almost seems as though if it were rotted before the shelves were actually constructed. The books themselves are not in much better condition. Shelves past are full of dusty books lining the walls of this room. None of these books seem to be written in a language you've ever seen before. Some of these books almost look familiar to you. Perhaps they are alternate versions of something you've read before. Something doesn't feel right about the book that rests on the shelves before you. It's almost like they don't quite... It's almost like they don't... They're not quite what they seem. Perhaps they're not even books at all. No journal. Yeah, okay, so question time. Fill in the blank answers. Consider yourself to be a gambler. I've only ever gambled real money once in my life. So I'd say no. Please consider yourself to be a confident individual. No. Consider yourself to be more or less independent. Yeah. Consider yourself to be attractive. Hell no. If you can implant a microchip into your hand and replace all your handheld electronic devices that you currently lose, and your hand would act as a substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard, would you do it? No. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? No. On a daily basis? No. No. Have you been afraid of suffocating? Yes. Have you been afraid of someone breaking into your home and harming your animals? Well, I have. But, I don't currently have any pets, so yes. No maidens? Cake, you missed out on yesterday. actually today, early morning stream because I ended stream at like 1:30, and because the series of games I've been playing right now have been just asking questions, and it said, if your best friend was bit in the genitals, this is one of the questions, I swear to God, if your best friend was bit in the genitals and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of said genitals, would you do it? And I said yes, because I'm a good friend. No maidens. Also, it asked if I would I rather sleep with my step sibling or sleep with my best friend's partner, and I said step sibling. Homie. These games are fun. Play them. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself if needed? Yes. Guns exist. Would you fight against insurmountable odds in order to protect a stranger's life from others who sought to wrongfully do him harm? Yes. But you consider yourself to be materialistic. Well, I just like things. I like some things. Good. Stay the fuck away from my girlfriend. I'm a good friend. Like step sibling. I have to sleep with a step sibling or fuck my best friend's girlfriend. That's what it said. Like it's like you have it's said in the way like you have a gun to your head and have to make a decision. Abstaining is not an option. It's not like would you rather do one or the other. Haha. It's like haha. You have a gun to your head. Make a decision. That's literally what the game says. I wouldn't want to have sex with a step sibling. That's gross. I don't have step siblings, so I guess it's even a little harder to understand, but it's gross. Material. What are you doing, Step? Shut up. Do your friends often share a similar set of morals and values to your own? I would say no. Morals? Yes. Values? No. I love firearms. And my friends are a little annoyed at the fact that I like firearms so much. No. Do your friends often share the same interests, dreams, and ambitions in life? I did not mean to say yes. Ambitions, goals. I think we all have like a rough set of goals right now. So honestly, yeah. Being like not like the same like type of job or like set of living, but like living would be like the set of goals. If you can't beat him, join him. Do you agree with this expression? No. Do you really believe in the idea of soulmates? Yes. You finish inking your final answer into the journal. Crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages from when you provided your answers. The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. It also seems you made different parchment material than the rest of the journal. Perhaps this would be of use. Find a torn journal page. Decision has been noted. Mark has been left. Hold on, I'm answering text messages. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting a whole bunch of text messages right now. What the fuck? There we go. I just blatantly told my parents I'm committing tax fraud. Fucking hell. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why. Why? Oh, fuck it. My phone, you're going over there. Fuck it. Throw it across the room. Done. A stone statue of a veiled woman stands before you. She holds an old leather-bound book pressed against her bosom. What would you like to do? Lay a token on the feet of the statue. You lay a token on the statue's feet. You hear a voice echo in your mind. Others will always treat you the which way you decide to let them. If you wish to be treated differently, then show them what behaviors you will not accept. Sounds pretty manageable, I suppose. You pay tribute to the received blessing of wisdom. Decision has been noted. Mark's been left. Sound of a door unlock can be heard in the distance. Trick of light radiating a crystallized object on the floor. Yeah, it's probably the thingy. Take the object. Yeah, it's a pedal. Crystalline pedal. Which does me not. An old wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. Handprint appears to be carved into each side of the chest along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows. Offensive and defensive. What would you like to do? Offensive. I'm gonna get like a sword or something, and if I put defenses, I'm guessing I would get his shield. You acquired an iron sword. You'll live with the decision whether you like it or not, Wanderer. An old iron sword sits in the palm of your hand. It has a perfect balance and blade to the hilt. It's quite easy to wield. Yeah, I would pick a sword. Before it stands an old door. Yeah, let's go through the left one. Before it stands you an old wooden door with an iron handle. Would you like to open the door? Paradise of the Damned. Oh, fuck. Oh, I would stay here. I'd chill here forever. It's sunny, there's water, I could eat the cat. Ah, fuck, okay. The bright sunlight burns your eyes and causes a brief but blinding headache. Out of the darkness into the light. Enjoy the warmth while it lasts. If we succumb to the harsh winter, we miss out on the beautiful sun that will warm us once again. I wonder what you're thinking right now before they're brutally dissected. What do you think they're expecting, Wanderer? Do you think they know their lives are about to be snuffed out for the sake of your own personal thirst of knowledge and wisdom? Just a small, like, cat-like creature wandering around aimlessly. Well, I'm seeing it as I'm freeing their souls now. Pet the cat. Reach down and inspect the tags that securely fasten the collar of the animal. It reads, Foxy. Give Foxy a gentle pat on the head. A note is pinned to the bulletin board. It reads as follows. You don't have to stay, you don't have to go. You could at least survive here. You could survive here forever. At least you deserve to know. The fruit is safe to eat. The water is fresh as it can be. If you choose to stick around, you'd be in good company. Apparently there's fruit here as well. The blank will make conscious pinned to the bulletin board. A winged tome stands tall before you. The orb is made of crystal, absorbs sunlight, and produces an incredible amount of heat, glistening, gleaming brightly. What would you like to do? Peer into the orb. Gaze upon the orb and peer deeply into the glass. Stand beneath the orb's glimmers in the sunlight. Find a wisdom token. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchments. Yeah, let's answer the questions. I like it here. Fill the blank answers. You begin to read questions from the journal. Yeah, okay, same thing. Do you ever wish life could be free of drama? Yes. If you could leave your current life to live in paradise, would you do it? Well, there are bits of my life that I consider would be paradise. So if I could take them with me, it's people and those parts of it, such as streaming. I love streaming. I wouldn't want to stop streaming. No. Would you ever live in a place where crime was commonplace and it was up to you to constantly defend yourself if needed? No. If you discovered that when you were conceived, you were one of 4 identical embryos who look alike, who look, talk, and act like you, do you ever want to meet your other siblings? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be the most honest person you know? No. People are strange when you're a stranger. Do you agree with the statement? Yes. Do you believe that one should always stand for what we believe in, regardless of the consequences? Yes. Have you ever caused someone to have a near-death experience? Caused someone? No. Would you play Russian roulette for a chance at $10 million? If you win, you walk away with the money, but if you refuse to play, your net worth immediately becomes 0 and you lose everything you've ever worked for. How many people am I playing with? Am I playing with 50-50 odds, or am I playing with no one at all and I just have to pull the trigger once, so it's a 1 in 6 chance I die? Or am I playing against one person, it's a 50% chance I die? Or am I playing against like 6 people and it's like a 1 in 6 chance I survive? Huh. Yes. Are you oftentimes afraid of change? Yes. Do you suffer from pain on a daily basis? No. You ever wish you couldn't feel pain at all? Yes. If you could go wings and fly far away, would you? Yes. Do you ever feel invisible to the world? Yes. If the things you owned and what you purchased had no bearing on what people thought of you, would you choose to spend your money differently? No. Plant offers would be a bright red, ripe, sweet fruit to those who are hungry enough to take a bite. What would you do? Take a bite of fruit. You bite eagerly into the fruit. The sweetness juices flood your mouth and generate a delectable taste, unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Can I have some water? Motherfucker, you blocking the door. Thank you. Yes. I return to madness. Oh god, back here. Find yourself back in the cold depths of long forgotten chambers once more. And into the darkness. Shall return. Game has been successfully saved. A decrepit leather chair sits in front of a crackled wooden table. In the sea of the chair rests a pool of blood that seems seemingly fresh and tacky, as if someone injured sat here to rest recently. A clay pot with an assortment of flowers rests on the table. After inspecting the coagulated soil, it seems as though the flowers are being watered with blood. Worms, wriggle and wiggle between the dirt and bloody flower seams. They seem to be feeding off chunks of flesh and bone within the soil itself. What time is it now? Dusty old clock sits on the wall. A case of the clock has a mirror scorch marks if someone had briefly attempted to burn it. Frozen on 12/22. Alright, let's do this now. You consider yourself to have a chaotic personality. Welcome, bitches! Yeah! Yes. You consider yourself to be a passionate person. Yes. You consider yourself to have a gentle soul. To be a gentle soul. At times. But other times, no. I'd say no for the most part. You consider yourself to be kind. Yes. To your knowledge, has anyone ever hated you? Yes. Have you ever truly hated someone else? Yes. Forgive but not forget. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. Everything happens for a reason. Do you agree with the statement? Kind of. Yes. Do you believe that war is sometimes necessary? Not overly. World War II, I feel, was. And by was, I mean in the fact that, like, America joining in to stop the war was. Not the overall starting of said war. That wasn't necessary. So, just war in general. Of, like, every reason I can think of war starting. World War I, World War II. I mean, World War II was brought on by World War I, and it's because Germany was in such a fucked state. But Vietnam, no, Vietnam was not necessary. The wars in Iraq, you can defend they are, but really, are they? Yeah, 9/11 sucked, but and this goes with Iraq and Afghanistan. No. If your mother was in terrible pain, bedridden, only weeks from inevitable death, and she begged you to end her suffering, would you find a way to assist her in suicide? Only weeks from an inevitable death, and she begged me? Yes. Do you ever take a step back and reflect where you've headed in life? Yes. Have you ever experienced what most would consider a severe bout of rage? Yes. You consider yourself to be a good judge of character? Yes. Do you ever feel uneasy for no particular reason? Yes. Do you have any long-term goals, and if so, do you have a plan in place in order to accomplish them? No. It doesn't easier, my dear, though we do get stronger. Monsters roam these halls, wanderer. Has the thought ever crossed your mind that you might be one of them? This is probably just another pedestal. Crystalline petal. She loves me. Alright. A pot of flowers sits upon a wooden table. The flower pot seems tilted slightly as if sitting on top of something and providing a lack of balance. What would you like to do? Look under the flower pot. Wisdom token. Fingers are caked in wet soil and pile of worms rest at your feet. What would you like to do? Lay stones, set the coin down. Hear a voice echo in your mind. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you decide to water it. A silent prayer. For the first time since wandering these hollow chambers, you get a sense of peace being in this room. The game has been successfully saved. No journal. Yeah, okay. So now more questions. Begin to read the questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon the pages using a violet crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Do you think about death often? Yes. Do you believe you're gonna live in long, eventful life? Eventful? For me, in the grand scheme of things, no. Yes, but eventful. Do you ever talk to yourself? Yes. Have you ever witnessed an event that you just couldn't explain? I mean, the other day, I said this on stream yesterday, where I got home from work, I showered, I ate, I went to bed, I plugged my phone in, and for some reason, like, it felt like someone, like, yanked on my phone cord as it was plugged into my phone really hard, and it, like, pulled my phone out of my hand. It was really weird. So, yes, I would say so. Do you ever have the fear or suspicion that someone was living inside your house without your knowledge? I'm living in your walls, I'm living in your walls, I'm living in your walls. No. Do you ever sleep with your feet dangling off the edge of the bed? No. Have you considered that you might be crazy and just don't know it? Yes. Does the thought of an afterlife bother you or make you feel uneasy? No. Does the thought that there might be anything after afterlife bother you? No. Would you really... Oh my god. Would you be willing to give up sex or masturbation for a year if it meant gaining a deeper sense of peace in the end? For a year? Yeah, I could do it for a year. Yeah. You consider yourself to be easily manipulated at times? No. Would you consider yourself to be a manipulative individual at times? No. Have you ever felt like you're being followed even though no one was there? Yes. Humans are the most dangerous things on the planet. Do you agree with the statement? Yes. Do you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? Yes. Now, what I mean by that, I actually made a statement to T. Ghosty while I was on my night shift. I called her and was talking with her. I said, every person on Earth should be dangerous. Should be dangerous. And this is not a quote that I've said. This quote comes from someone else, and I just 100% agree with it. I forget who he is. He is alive and like alive today. I don't know who he is, but he said it, and he was like, everyone should be dangerous. You should be a monster, but then you should know how to control it. Now, would I consider myself dangerous? Yeah, potentially, if I needed to be. I would also consider myself a pacifist. And being a pacifist and being harmless are two very different things. Being a pacifist means that you are very much capable of violence, but would very much like to not. And harmless means you're incapable of violence. You couldn't hurt anybody. And you should fix that. Tingle of light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. You gaze upon the glimmer, a sense of peace, calm befalls you. What would you like to do? Take the object. It's probably a... Yep. She loves me not. An old wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. Handwritten appears carved into each side of the chest, along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows. Blessing and curse. Curse. The chain breaks aloud with a loud metal clank. Contents in the chest are yours for the taking. Handed a shadowy skull. Carry the burden of your choices, telling your soulless dying wanderer. Small butterfly flutters near you. It has a crucifix shaped. It has a crucifix-like shape on its back. What'd you like to do? Pluck its wings. You're gonna pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them in a small wooden lockbox for safekeeping. Just because you don't know where you're headed does not mean you're lost. Has a sound of madness set in yet, wanderer? A dusty old clock sits on the wall. The words "Pray with me" are carved in the bottom of the clock's case. Hands are stopped and frozen on 10 o'clock. An old oak barrel sits against the wall. You listen closely, knocking, it seems to be coming within the barrel. What would you like to do? Knock on the barrel. Pull your hand back as you feel something in your palm. Wisdom token. A large golden symbol sits atop of a stone monument in the corner of the room. It radiates a pure positive energy that draws you and brings you comfort. If you could pray for anything, anything at all, what would you beg your god of your gods, wanderer? Kneel before the altar and shut your eyes and med into the blackness of the room. Recite a prayer in your head. Sense of peace washes over you, like anything is gonna be alright. Aw. Yes. The halls of the harvester. Ooh. Whether positive feelings of warmth or comfort initially felt in the previous room, feel the polar opposite here. Ah, fuck. When grave marker or teller rope sits before you, what would you like to do? Read the grave marker. Here rests wrath. One's wrath may be burdened upon one's very soul, but not upon the soul of which wrath is sought ought to be placed. For if we were to set upon a plot of vengeance and retribution, we must first dig 2 graves before our journey can begin forward. Oh, fuck me. Alright. An extremely keen blade rests on the tray on top of the table. Alongside the blade rests a slab of meat with a bite taken out of it. Upon further section, it appears to be a kidney. Ice cold bloodied water fills the bathtub in the corner. The blood surrounding the tub feels warm, warm, wet, and fresh. What would you like to do? You feel something small and solid. You bring it to the surface and inspect it. You acquire a wisdom token. Ugh. I want those wisdom tokens, so I did want to grab that. An old journal made of thick animal parchment skin. Yeah, so the questions. Yes, I've read that a million times. Would you consider yourself to be a highly accomplished individual? No. Would you say that you sometimes lack motivation? Yes. Would you say that sometimes you lack discipline? Yes. Have you ever faked your confidence level and pretend you're more confident than you actually are? Yes. Have you ever regret for keeping someone in your life a little too long? Yes. Do you say that you have the tendency to hide your true emotions from people? Yes. Are you afraid of what others think about you? Are you afraid of what others might think of you if they knew all your deepest, darkest secrets? Some people do know, but yes. Have you lived in a constant state of dread, just wondering what the next horrible event was going to take place in your life? Yes. Have you ever used a substance or activity to mask your pain or avoid your reality? Bottoms up with vodka. You're drinking at 11 a.m.? Yes! If you knew exactly what you would do in order to become the best version of yourself, and it would take constant hard work, discipline, determination, discipline, and sacrifice, would you pursue that endeavor? If I knew exactly what I had to do? If I had to kill someone, then no. But if I knew what I had to do, and it would take constant hard work, determination, and discipline, and sacrifice, yes. Are you comfortable with the idea of living a life of mediocrity? Honestly, no. Do you believe that for one reason or another, for better or worse, most people don't deserve you or what you bring into their life? No. If you and your significant other were actively witnessing a hideous and tragic act of violence taking place right in front of you, would you risk your life of your significant other to intervene, knowing at any point the assailants could turn on both of you? I'd tell her to run. No. If I was alone, yes. If she's with me, no. Nuh-uh. If you're in a survival situation with your best friend, only one of you got to make it out of the line, would you choose your survival or theirs? Would I choose my survival over theirs? No. We survive together, we die together, I'd say. Or you live. Would you give up your current life in order to pursue your greatest goals and dreams, with the highest chance of immediate success? Would you do it? Yes. Finish thinking your last final answer into the journal. Ooh. I fucking hate this room. I want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Fucking destroy it. Destroy the child. We may be beaten, we may be bruised, bashed, and we may be bloody, but one thing we refuse to be is broken. Regret the decision. You regret any decisions you made since being here. You regret ever stepping foot inside these walls, Wanderer. I venture to say you're walking a path you're meant to walk. Twinkling light realizes. Yeah, okay, yeah. She loves me. A stone statue of a vile woman stands tall before you. She holds a bloody human heart in her hands. What would you like to do? While others are thinking, you should be doing. Huh. The Pit of Fools. Something calls you and pulls you at your very soul. It almost feels like something in this room is begging you for help. White dusty powder, what would you like to do? For someone else living the life you've always dreamed of, it's not simply because they're better than you, it's simply because they decided to take a chance in what you were too afraid to take. What if I told you that you were doing it wrong, Wanderer? What if I told you there was a better way? What if I told you you could make it more painful for them? Oh, fuck. A pit of skulls and a sort of bones rest beneath the floor. You hear faint whispers coming from the pit calling to you. What would you like to do? Dig through the bones. You dig through the bones and find two skulls that seem to be emanating a large amount of energy. Almost after they're calling to you, you hold onto the skulls in your hands, hearing the whispering you heard has grown silent. One table sits in the middle of the entryway to the chamber. It's coated with a thick layer of dust. Within the dust, it's an imprint of an object that's seemingly removed. A bloody birthday cake sits on the dirty floor. The candles have already been lit. The candles that have been lit are always snuffed out. What would you like to do? Walk away for now. A cracked stone platform rests in the corner. It seems to be an indication that something once sat here in the middle of the platform. What would you like to do? Place a skull on top of the monument. It sits perfectly, resting where it belongs. Place for everything and everything in its place. The room suddenly goes colder. Something about this energy is shifted. As the old clock sits in the wall, it appears to have a piece of rotten flesh inside the case of the clock. Maggots have begun to feast in the room and to whatever's left inside. Hand is snapped in half. The bloody birthday cake sits on the dirty floor. Candles have already been snuffed out. Fuck it! Eat it! You cut yourself a plate and begin to devour it hungrily. Sink your teeth in the cake and bite down on something hard. With some token. Your decision has been noted. Motherfucker ate a bloody birthday cake. Oh, fuck me. Okay. We all have our demons. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. Have you ever felt dead inside? Yes. Have you ever thought about murdering someone? Have I thought about it? Have I thought about it? Yes. Have I, like, legitimately, like, considered it? No. But have I thought about murdering someone? Like, right now, I'm like, oh, I'm just imagining murdering some random stranger in the street. That's thinking about it. But have I actually, like, considered fully, like, I'm going to kill this person. I am making a plan. I'm going to consider someone. No, so I'm going to say no. Have you ever felt, oh... I don't want to answer this question. Yeah, I have. Not anymore, but I have. If you had an incurable disease that would intentionally transmit it to someone you disliked. Yes. Oh, I did not mean hit it yes there, so oops. If you had 3 wishes, would you ever give one away? Depends on the person, but yes. Would you consider yourself to be controlling? No. Believe that your life is of great importance and value. I think all life is. Do you believe that your fate is predetermined? Yes. Do you believe our thoughts can manifest into reality? Actually, I also could just save. Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna reload my save so I can re-answer that question. I'll do this part really quickly. There we go. There's saves in this one, so I misanswered the question, so I'll reload it. But I'll do everything the same. I suppose the skull and candles hear fate whispering coming from them. Able to sit on. You can't quite make out the words they say, no matter how close you listen. When you try to move the skull, it won't budge. All the candles are halfly burnt, except which one? Ooh. Except one which remains pristine. What would you like to do? Take the unlit candle. You reach out and grab the unlit candle. Powdery substance coats your fingers. Create a bone dust candle. Okay, let's try this again. We all have our demons. Do you agree with the statement? Yes. We have felt dead inside? Yes. Have you ever thought about murdering someone? Now back to this. No, I have not. Have you ever felt suicidal? Yes, I have. If you had an incurable disease, would you intentionally transmit it to someone you dislike? No, that I fucked up on saying yes there. If you had 3 wishes, would you give one away? Depends on the person. Would you consider yourself to be controlling? No. Do you believe that your life is of great importance and value? Yes. Do you believe that your fate is predetermined? Yes. Do you believe our thoughts can manifest into reality? No. Would you consider yourself to be an optimistic? Sometimes, yes. Consider yourself pessimistic at times? Yes. Have you ever wondered if you were already dead and just didn't know it? I have wondered that. Have you ever felt physically restrained or held down by an unseen force? No. If you've never thought about murdering someone, you've never had a hard enough job. I mean, when it says thought about murdering someone, I mean like actually like made a plan and like this is how I'm gonna do it, and you'd back out at like the last second. That's when I mean by thought. Like you've actually seriously considered about murdering someone. Yes, I've thought about murdering people. I literally can think about murdering someone right now. Like thinking about walking down the street and stabbing someone in the face. That's thinking about murdering someone. But actually 100% you are planning on killing someone. You are making a plan to end this person's life. That is what I believe it to mean. And it says to put your own meanings to it. So that's what I mean. Do you believe you have a soul? Yes. Finish thinking your final answer into the question. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols in the pages where you provided answers. Also, you've known where I work. I've worked many a jobs. I've worked customer service too, boyo. Don't worry, I know what it's like. Decision has been noted, your mark has been left. Let's go here. A Way Out. Wonderful game, by the way. You hear shuffling of feet in the darkest parts of the room, just out of reach of the firelight. You see a sense that something very bad has transpired here. Games have successfully been auto-saved. Save game. Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus. Okay. A blood-spattered statue of Daniel stands before you, pressing her hands together and a head hung low in deep prayer. As you stand near her, you hear faint whispering coming from the statue. As you briefly look at the statue's lips are moving as if the angel is mumbling to herself, but the longer you stare, the more silent and still the statue grows. I was gonna say Christmas time when a certain lesbian bitch in the show. Oh! Was that when I worked at that place? I never really thought about murdering her there. I understood, but she just didn't call in. We all wanted blood that day. Yeah, she didn't call in on fucking Christmas, so I was a little mad at her. A dull iron blade sits in blood dewing on top of a stone tablet. There is a certain darkness that emanates from the blade and gives off a very negative energy. But killing her? No, I was upset. I've let that go now. I've honestly forgotten about that till you mention it. I'm not mad about it now. What the fuck could I care for it now? You get a sense that the blade was not used for his best intentions. Blood-spattered statue, eyes fixated on the blade, sitting on the blood, resting on top of a stone table. She made the schedule, for fuck's sakes. Wasn't when no, I made the schedule. What do you mean? Oh, was that the time where she made the schedule one time? As I think I did assign her to make the schedule and she didn't show up. Yeah, she did. She did. I think it was. I was manager. I was making the schedule, but at one moment I was like, you know what? Come in, like, because since that, like, me and you can't work something out, and you have to work a shift, you have to work at least one. And then she was like, fuck it, I'll work this day, and then she didn't even show up for it. Yeah, she did. My brother in Christ, you made the schedule. I shifted, looked at you for a brief moment, and perhaps your own eyes are merely playing cruel tricks. Fluttering Crow rests on top of the table before you. It appears the note has been left from the previous visitor. Read the note. If you're reading this, it's already too late for me. Aw, ripping shit, dude. I should have heeded the warning of the note I found earlier. I can't take it anymore. I shouldn't be here. No one should be here. This place does things to you. It distorts your mind. It drives you to do things a good soul would never do. The things I've done. Oh, God. Please. Forgive for the awful things I've done here. I should have listened, and now there's one thing left to do. There's only one way out of this hell. And it knows it too. The watchful one. The monsters in the walls. It knows that we're about to break, and it provides an exit for us. It provides a way out. Just as when we can't take it anymore. I will take my exit now. I find solace knowing that my selfishness, my greed will go unpunished. I will not go unpunished. I will atone for all I've done. All those I've heard searching for answers of self. I will take my leave and pray that my soul finds its way out of these wretched chambers once and for all. Signed, Just Another Wanderer. Where in its origin of my brother in Christ mean? I can't find the source. My brother in Christ. It's like a Subway meme. Just look up Subway, my brother in Christ. You'll probably find it. People say they hate Subway. My brother in Christ. You made the sandwich. An old wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. A handprint appears on the carved of each side of the chest along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows. Rags and riches. What would you like to pick? Riches. You acquired solid gold bars, just as poor as you were before this journey began, even with a pocket full of gold. Huh. No, Joel. Yes, there's more questions. I've seen the memes. Yes, that's it. Do you love yourself? Yes. Have you ever hated yourself? Fuck yes. Have you ever wished that you've never been born? Have I ever wished it? Yes. Do I wish it now? No. Do you get chills up your spine when someone walks behind you? Yes. I actually have this thing where Have you ever watched someone die? In person? No. On the internet? Many of times. I have this thing where I don't like walking in front of people. I hate walking with someone. I hate it when someone walks behind me. I fucking despise that shit. Have you ever watched someone die? I'd count on the internet. I'd say that counts, yes. Have you stolen something personal from someone and then returned it without them knowing? No. Do you always lock the doors to your home? Yes. Do you sleep with the window open? No. Would you add a decade to your life if it meant taking a decade off of a random individual whom you never meet or come in contact with? If I could add a decade? As terrible as it is, yeah. Have you ever felt someone's watching you through your window as I look up through my window right now just to see? Ah! Yes. Have you ever wished that someone you hated would die? Genuinely die? Like, I don't think anyone really deserves death. Actually, that's a lie. There are some people I think who deserve the slowest and painfulest of deaths. Honestly, genuinely, yeah, I could say I have. Do you ever feel the possibility of permanently losing your memory? Yes, it's one of my biggest fears. Consider yourself to be a good person. I just said I wish someone to die, so honestly, no. But I wouldn't kill them. Yes. Would you ever consider yourself to be a bad person? Yes. Have you felt that maybe you're not a person at all? No. I've seen the memes. You've seen the memes. Yeah, they're funny. Because it's true. My brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. Eyeball and script. Pluck the wings from the butterfly. You may not be able to change your beginning, but if you act now, there's still time to change your ending. That's funny. What are you going to do with the wings you've collected? You're going to open up a discount butterfly shop, Wander? Everything is half off? Haha. Shut up. Shut you up. Shut the fuck up. No. Crystallize that. Yeah, okay. So it's crystalline petal. She loves me. Stone statue of a veiled woman stands tall before you. Her hands are firmly clamped around a human brain, squishing the tissues. Gray matter pour forth and envelops the cold stone fingers. What would you like to do? Lay a coin? If you believe you can do something, there are chances you can. If you believe you can't, well then, you're probably right about that too. What door do I want to go through? This one. Innocence lost. You open your eyes and gaze around the room. Visions of your childhood cloud your mind. Some memories bring nostalgic bliss, while others bring you brief heartache and grief as you quickly flush the thoughts from your memory and continue onward. Oof. Bloodstick gifts litter the table before you. Each box looks pristinely wrapped, yet caked with dirt and blood. Tattered yet old, neatly folded blankets rest on a table. They're warm to the touch in otherwise cold room. Old journal, yeah. Questions, 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 questions. Are you afraid of being forgotten? Yes. Have you ever heard voices in your head? Yes. Have you harbored starting projects and not finishing them? A habit of doing it? No. Have I done it? Yes. I didn't finish uploading my Uncharted series. Just stopped. But I'd say no. Would you say that you get sick easily? No. You ever feel like things ended poorly for you even though they've been going right up until the end? Yeah. Feel like life has been disappointing? Yeah. You consider yourself a disappointment? A little bit, yeah. Do you ever feel tired, drained, and wish you could just sleep forever? Yes. Do you sometimes have difficulty going to sleep or even staying asleep? Yes. Do you ever wish you could be more productive? Yes. Do you ever suffer from intrusive thoughts that you can't seem to flush out of your mind? Yes. Would you say that you've experienced many strange friendships or relationships in your lifetime? Many? Maybe, yeah. I ever feel like you're drawn toward people in life who just aren't good for you? God damn it. I ever feel like you're living an unhealthy lifestyle? Not overly. I do smoke. I have my unhealthy habits. But not overly, no. You ever just wish things could be different? Yes. How many books have I filled out now? $17? Jesus. Alright, my brother in Christ. Also, always dash is now on, so now I'm speedy all the time and don't have to hit the button. A twinkle of light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. Yes. It sits him on a pile of pulled teeth. She loves me not. Inside the water basin appears to be a drowned fetus, rests stagnant and unmoving. The umbilical cord is still attached and hanging over the side of the basin. Ugh, the bucket of fit is... A blood overflows from the moldy, rotted wooden bocklet. Inside the bucket appears to be the afterbirth of carved insides that were once meant to have been a room. Oh my gentle fucking Jesus. A small ritualistic altar rests on a dirty floor. Coins sit among the candles surrounding the picture of the mirror. Among the coins, you notice that there's one of only half of the coins. What would you like to do? Take the coin. You pull half the coin from the surrounding picture. Acquire the right half of the coin. There we go. Found the right half. Can I combine them? I have the other one. Yeah, these look like they fit in with each other, my dude. Hold on. Alright, fine. Oh, butterfly. You acquired butterfly wings. Move forward now, be proud of yourself tomorrow. If you don't, you feel like you do today. Accept the worst because you'll be one more day behind. You'll be one more day behind. Make yourself proud. Huh. You know, believe it or not, butterfly wings are very versatile, Wanderer. They can do many things with them. Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew. Bleeding eyes, blood-soaked thighs, innocent cries, dolly dies. Morbid sin, look within, next of kin, begin again. Huh. Reach out and pick up the bloody red doll. There's a blood-soaked coins underneath its dress. You acquired a wisdom token. Your decision has been noted. Blood money. The metallic smell of iron stings your nostrils. You can hear clanking of coins in the distance. You catch a glimmer of something shadows out of the corner of your eye. Fuck. Alright, let's get the fuck out of this room. Demonic stone figure resides in front of you. Resides in front of you. Appears it had space for something at the base of the statue. What would you like to do? Place something. You don't have anything to place here. Okay. Here altar stands before you. On the altar rests a tattered diary. The first page seems to be ripped out. Parchment material seems to be this diary seems to be familiar. Perhaps missing a page could be reconstructed if one were to find enough pieces. A small butterfly flutters near you. Pentagram-like symbol rests upon its back. What would you like to do? Life isn't about who you used to be. We were all someone else once. If we were bad enough, we can become someone different tomorrow too. Say, Wanderer, did you know that the center of a butterfly's nervous system is located above the life star? It's not its head. Huh. Now, I don't know what the hell that means. But if you were to say it with enough confidence, people think you're really smart. I couldn't even pronounce it. Remember that lesson, Wanderer. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. Drips and candle wax coats within the clock's case. The hands of the clock is frozen at 333. Twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. As it glimmers, it reveals damaged tiles underneath. What would you like to do? She loves me. An old wooden chest rests before you, chained and locked and chained shut. Handprint appears to be carved on each side of the chest, along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows: future and present. Present. A magic mirror. Oh, fuck! Hold on, okay, I'm gonna do everything in this room first before I gaze into that. A massive gold chalice filled the bone with gold coin rests on the floor. Upon further inspection, it appears to be intention the base chalice has been moved from its original location. What would you like to do? Take the chalice. Oh, you place the large golden chalice at the base of the statue. The gold coins of the chalice quickly melt and turn to blood, overflowing, spilling on the floor. Blood forms into a symbol on the ground before you. Chalice runneth with blood money. A single coin has been left in the chalice, unmelted and undamaged. Unlike the others, the sound among the others carried by a steady flow of blood. Fighter was no token. Oh my fuck. Okay, let's answer these questions. Do you ever have dreams that you could swear are real? Yes. In the past, have you felt positive or happy? Have you ever experienced an intimate sense of negativity that just sucks all your happiness away instantly? Yes. If you were camping alone in the woods at night, have you heard a woman scream? Would you investigate? Yes. If you're home alone at night and suddenly heard the sound of children laughing, yet there was no one to be found, would you continue to stay in your home for the night? No. Fuck that. You were camping in the woods alone and something kept unzipping your tent. You couldn't figure out what it was. Would you continue to stay in the woods? No. If you saw a neighbor putting a dead body in the trunk of your car, would you have to stop them? I would take a picture and call the police. Or aim a gun at them. And be like, what the fuck? Yes, so I guess yes. Would you, if you were driving home at night and saw a naked woman on the side of the road covered in blood, would you stop to help? I'd stop, but be wary. Yes. If you're fast asleep in your bed, would you... If you're fast asleep in your bed, only be awakened by an unseen force grabbing at you, shaking you violently, would you attempt to go back to sleep once it was over? Fuck no. If you were in an empty grocery store where a strange man appeared, suddenly started sprinting at you, would you turn and run? I'd probably choose violence, so yes. And a combination of that. I wouldn't be like, yo bro, what the fuck? I would probably be like, violence and run and fucking ugh. If you were home alone sitting in the bathtub when suddenly the lights turned off in the bathroom and the door began to unlock and slowly swing open only to reveal no one was standing there, would you get dressed and leave your house immediately? Yes. If you had to resort to cannibalism in order to survive, do you think you could do it? Yes. In the fact that, like, if I would not kill, but if someone already died... It's like an alive situation. Ugh. It's like an alive situation where this rugby team like crashed on a plane and several people died, and then they got to the point to where they were so hungry that they decided to eat the remains of the people who died. Yes, I think it could do it. If you were stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean, do you think you'd survive long enough to be rescued? Stranded on a boat in the middle of the ocean, do I have food? I would last probably like probably around like 6 days. So if I don't have food, I do have water. I do know how to make ocean water like drinkable, because it is possible. But I need like a T-shirt. You have to like filter it. I do know how, and I could probably learn, and I would like to learn. I've never done it in practice, so honestly, right now though, I would not be confident in my ability to do so. But could I learn how? Yes. Have you ever thought like would it be like to burn to death? Yes, probably very painful. Have you ever considered yourself to be a morbid person? Yes. One final question remains on the page. It's embodied with an outline in red. Are you satisfied? What the fuck do you mean, am I satisfied? Satisfied with what? No. Satisfaction is death of desire, you know. What the fuck? Courage is not being fearless. There is no courage with the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid, yet acting anyway. Are you a courageous soul? They say human tastes like pork? The interrogation room. Lovely. Do you think you hear what sounds the flipping of pages in a heavy tomb? Can't quite figure out where it's coming from, but you can't see anyone else in the room. Tiny noose hangs around its neck of a butterfly. Aww. It's just as important to be grateful for things we have and yet to be grateful for things we don't have. You're getting closer, Wanderer. Can you feel it? I can feel you. One half of the noose rests on the table. It's slipped over or severed from the rope. Okay. One half of the noose rests on this table. Yeah, okay, severed from the loop. Wooden marker on the grave tethered with the rope sits beside you. Would you like to read the marker? Here rests pride. Pride will always come before the fall, and it will always create long distance between two people. Pride seeks to break us from the inside, but I assure you, no one has ever choked from swallowing their pride. An old wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. A handprint appears to be carved in the side of the chest, along with each set of words. Two of the words are follows: knowledge and power. What would you like? An iron fist. An old stone plaque sits pressed against the wall. Its chiseling has been lost to the test of time, and you can't quite make out what it once meant. It was meant to read. Trickling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. She loves me. No. Bloodsoaked journal sits atop of a wooden table, as a long list of questions with blank spaces for answers to be written. Okay. Do you feel a darkness inside of you? Blood-soaked journal. Yeah. No. Have you ever felt like you were destined for more than your life has taken you? So what's the plan when this game is over? I have to go do a bunch of housework when this game is over. Yes. Have you been so afraid of the future that you stopped trying to make progress? No. Have you considered that you might have a fear of failure? Yes. Have you considered that you might have a fear of success? No. Do you value honesty above all else? Yes. Do you have a set of morals that others might consider seem questionable? Yes. Do you follow your own moral code? Yes. Do you believe that standing for something means standing alone? Yes. Are you afraid of where life might take you in the next several years? Yes. Are you suffering inside right now? Yes. Do you ever wish that your words would fall into ears that weren't so deaf? Yes. You feel like no one listens to you? Yes. You ever feel like you can't understand others quite well, but others can't understand you? Yes. Are you afraid of the unknown? Yes. Are you afraid of running out of time as your life comes to an end before you manage to accomplish all the things you wish to accomplish? Yes. Are you afraid of surviving while your loved one perishes? Yes. You have a fear of abandonment? Yes. You cry a lot of heartache from your past? No. You harbor resentment for others who've done you wrong? No. You say they had some regrets in life? Yes. You do it all over again, would you do anything differently? Yes. Are you proud of who you become? Not really. Do you feel like your choices and circumstances in life have made you who you are? Yes. Do you wish you would have been treated more fairly by others in the past? Yes. Do you strive to treat others better than you may have been treated? Yes. Do you wish you could help more people? Yes. Do you sometimes wish you could easily help yourself? Yes. You look forward where life may take you? Yes. Do you ever feel like you aren't living up to your full potential? Yes. If you knew that following your dreams would end in success, would you do whatever it takes to pursue and achieve them? Yes. If you could travel into the past or the future but never return to the present, would you do it? I mean, if I traveled to the past, technically, I could travel like 20 minutes to the past. Never return to the present. I'd like to travel about a month into the future right now. I'm not really keen on going back and traveling to like the future or past, like extended, but I have a month of hell ahead of me. So I would like to travel to the future, like by like a month. If you could just go back to the past and buy Bitcoin when you're 12. I mean, sure. You could. Yes. Have you made peace with your past? Honestly, no. Have you made peace with your current circumstances? No. Are you afraid what conflict may arise in the future? Yes. If you could work twice as much and now and reap twice the amount of benefits of doing so, would you do it? Yes. Even though it's literally impossible for me to work twice as much because I work 12 hours a day, so I'd be working 24 hours a day. Do you ever wish that you could be forgiven for the wrong you've done? Yeah. You sometimes blame yourself even when things may not be your fault. Kind of. Do you feel that others place the blame on you more often than they should? No. Would you enjoy an entire month of solitude with no communication with the outside world? Yes. Do you wish your life turned out differently thus far? Yes. Are you proud of what you managed to accomplish? The little victories, yes. Do you feel like you could have accomplished more than what you already have thus far? Yes. Have you ever felt like you're wasting your potential in life? Wasting it? Have I ever? Yeah. Do you ever get the stance that you have a hidden talent or undiscovered potential that's waiting to break free? No. Have you ever felt like there was something special and unique about you that you just can't place your finger on? No. You have a difficult time trusting others. Sometimes, yes. You have accepted your mind works differently from others. Yes. Have you wanted to make other people happier than the world has made you? Yes. If I told you everything's gonna be okay, would you believe me? Yes. Because I personally believe everything would be okay. On the final page entry in the middle, rests a small token between the pages. You retain a wisdom token. Huh. If set switches on the wall, each of them with a color that had a number designated to them, but there was no indicator as to what the switches did, which would you flip? Flip no switches. Also, how would I invest in Bitcoin when I'm traveling? Upon a rotting house. Oh, thank God the music has changed. The smell of mold fills the chamber you now reside in, unlike anything you've experienced before. It's almost unmistakably overabundant dampness, and an exuberant amount of humidity hangs heavy in this room. To add an already overwhelming amount of discomfort that this chamber brings, the sound of water constantly dripping from the ceiling is enough to drive someone mad if given enough time. How much is 1 Bitcoin now? Oh, I like this music. Thank God. An old iron stove sits in the corner. It's fairly filthy, but well kept in terms of remaining intact and unbroken. Among the old stove remains a wall full of pots, pans, various cooking utensils. Interesting enough, the cooking utensils appear to be unused in good condition and not even a bit rusty. The sink that sits against the wall is rusted and filthy. The sour stench rises from the drain and mixes the smell of hanging garlic and herbs from above the wall as well. Like 57K? Oh my God. How the heck? Old crusty stale and hard bread sits on top of the countertop. Small jars of viscous liquid rest next to the bed. Tattered piece of parchment hangs on the wall containing ripped recipes for various meals. Below the parchment rests a butcher's block coated in blood. Various cobweb crates of rotten, moldy ingredients rest on the kitchen floor. It seems to be containing mixed grains. Various cobweb, yeah, okay. Cabbage. Spiders have made the home between the leaves. Yep, same thing. Contains salt preserved fish heads that have not been kept properly. This crate seems to be containing unmixed carrots and peppers. Fuck. Broken glass with chunks of flesh and heaps of blood rests still on the old splintered oak table. Cobwebs sing to the stools sitting around the table, and legs of the chairs seem to be chewed apart by a small critter, adding to their degradation. Old painting of dark figures standing in front of the castle sits on the wall. I think that's the picture from the first game. The figure of the paintings are faceless, and yet they seal them watching you as you gaze upon them. An ash-smudged map of the lands you've never seen or heard before rests on the wall. Nothing in the land's travel routes seem familiar to you whatsoever. If I knew it was gonna be 57K, I would buy a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot more if I knew it was gonna be 57K. I would steal money from everybody. Begin to pull apart the wings of the small butterfly. You acquired butterfly wings. If you don't drown by falling into deep waters, you drown by staying there and refusing to swim. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, wanderer. An otherworldly king sits alone at a decrepit wooden table, lost in thought. He pays no attention to you as you approach. He mumbles quietly to himself, loud enough to make out a few words. The keen eyes search for something on your person, inspecting you up and down. He turns your head for a brief moment before speaking. King nothing. Holy fuck, we have a oh my god. You don't have enough petals to be worth my time, or worthy of my breath. Only petals. If you wish an audience with the king, bring me more petals. Huh. Huh. I have 20. Holy hell, okay. I'm guessing multiple playthroughs, because I can't go back. How many do I need? I'll look that up later, but I might do another playthrough. Stone statue of wild woman stands tall before you. Beautiful flower rests on her hands. What do? When you're feeling pain, take time to ponder what's hurting and why it's hurting, what you've done to deserve it, and how you got in the position you're in. Life is trying to teach you a very valuable lesson. You'll be forced to relearn this lesson over and over again if you don't take the time to learn it properly the first time. You paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Get my action replay? I am not sure. Like for your DS? Maybe. Halls of Reflection. You hear fire crackling in the distance and feel the warmth of its flame provides. The room smells clean and pure, as though it has been well maintained and actually lived in. Yeah, my DS. I think I have it. I'm not sure where it is right now. I'll take a look for it after. Take a moment away from the pain to smile now, my friend. If you only knew what life had in store for you, you'd be dancing in the rain as we speak. It's time to reap what you sow, wanderer. Maybe a bountiful harvest. Secret unlocked. The butterflies you've collected on your journey swim together and form a message in the air. Holy fuck! It's important to a whisper of wisdom. It's important to recognize who you decide to make your who you decide to make your priority in life. It's equally important to recognize who decided to make your one of their options. It's dire consequence that you learn not to cross seas with someone who wouldn't even jump across a puddle for you. It's faster to recognize this, the happier you'll be. What was more important to you? Was it the journey or was the destination, wanderer? I feel like I'm nearing the end. Piece of parchment page on the wall contains a list of names you never heard of. Strangely, all the names appear written upside down. I don't know if I saved. I'm gonna save. Stone chair is positioned tightly against the wall. Its seat sits in a peculiar figure. It remains idle, yet you get a sense that it's watching every move you decide to make. Something rests in the hand of this figure. What do you want to do? Statue of unholy figure stands tall before you. Radiates dark energy and emits gray heat from its molten body. What would you like to do? Toss all your coins in the belly of the statue. Walk away. Faint purple glow. Whoa. Old blood-rusted iron bars in a room like a prison cell. It's unclear whether this is meant to keep someone out or something in. An old plaque rests on the wall with various names chiseled in it. There are only 4 names on the plaque that you can see. 3 of the names I've never heard before, and the final name is yours. Fireplace rages on, yet the cobwebs cling to it and refuse to burn. There's no way fireplace can stay lit with a long period of time in the current state it's in. Someone has been here recently. Piece of parchment changed on the wall. It contains a list of names you never heard of. Strange yellow needs to be written upside down. An old painting of the man with distorted face rests on the stone wall. Its eyebrow appears to be plucked out of his head and rests on the table in front of him. The painting is tilted. The Watcher. Titled The Watcher. Fuck it. You've come this far. Take a good hard look in the mirror. You deserve another floof. You've earned your reflection. You have paid tribute. You got exactly what you deserve. Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Fresh fruit stands on the bowl beneath some tattered tapestries. The fruit seems like it picked and watched this morning. There's no signs of bugs, pests, looming, or bowls, or any signs of rot decay. Can I have one? The old tapestry hangs on the wall. It's always you've seen better days. Okay. This is it, Wanderer. This is what you've been waiting for. Every decision you made led to this moment. Now, gaze upon the mirror and tell me what you see. Pressed against the wall sits a mystical mirror, swirling with radiant magic. So you can see many different. You can see many concerning images. Many images contorting themselves within the twisted nether. Would you look deeper into the mirror to see your own reflection? Gaze into the mirror. Mirror, mirror, show to thee the secrets that have been hidden from me. Show me weakness, show me strength. Describe in detail, tell me in length. Show me what I've been afraid to see. Show me what I'm afraid to be. Show me everything reflected and true. Show me why I've come to you. Gaze deeply in the mirror at your own reflection. What reflects back at you are the answers you seek. Deep within the mirror, as a reflection is formed, is revealed to you. The reflection of duality. The story of duality is interesting for one of multiple reasons. It's said that there was one man who was so lost in life and no foreseeable direction, he asked everyone he met on his journey for advice. Every day he would ask someone new, what should I do? Where should I go? Every day he was shunned time and time again. If he wasn't shunned, he was given poor advice that would surely lead him in the wrong direction. After years upon thousands of words given to an attempt to help this man, he soon realized that no one had the answer he was seeking. In a severe bout of depression, Misery decided to venture down the river and drown himself. Upon reaching the river, he inhaled a deep breath of air. Soon would be his last. Closed his eyes and exhaled in defeat. He opened his eyes briefly and stared down at the water below him. Where his reflection was meant to be. And what he saw shocked the man to his very core. While the reflection stared back at the man was a woman, incredible beauty and elegance. The man kicked the water and managed. The man kicked the water with his feet, and the image of the woman dissipated briefly. But the next few moments returned to his head have been. I did not read that right. The man took a great step backwards and on. The woman began to swirl before him. A river raged up until the water came a beautiful woman. Standing in the middle of the river above the raging water, the woman looked directly in the man's eyes and spoke sweet, calming points. You seek a direction, but you know your direction. The man was confused by her words. His initial thought was to ask the woman who she was, but the thought quickly washed away as overcome a sense of familiarity upon her voice. It's almost like if he knew exactly who she was, as if they'd been close before. Perhaps close was a bit of an understatement to describe the emotion that washed over this man at that moment in time. The woman spoke once more. You've asked the world where you should go, but you've liked no answer given. The man paused for a moment. The woman asked, do you know why? Vanity answered, yes, I do. I don't like the answer because the past to tell me comes from the heart and soul, but not one of my own, the man said pridefully. The woman responded, that is correct, so why don't you ask yourself, what direction should you venture in? The man quickly replied, because my heart is broken, my soul is enslaved. I have been shunned, I have been outcast, I have been beaten down, spit on, and cast aside for so long. As long as I can remember, no one wants me, no one needs me, my future is painted black. The woman smiled at the man before speaking once more. Your future is painted whatever color you wish it to be. You are hard, you are blunt, and your defensive walls are encapsulated. You are the defensive wall that encapsulates and protects everything that I am. The man asked the woman questioningly, and what is it that you are? I am soft. I am love. I am forgiveness. And everything that you reject and everything that you are afraid to accept about yourself for fear of being vulnerable, for the fear of being weak. You wish to find direction, you must stop imprisoning yourself within your own walls. And with that, the woman walked forward slowly until her body melted with the man's, and as they collided, she disappeared within him. The man felt so overwhelmed, sense of relief, calmness wash over him, as he'd been reborn, nay, reawakened. It was as if something that he always knew existed within him that was unleashed, and if the door was kept, his true self locked away inside and had been unlocked for the very first time. He had a sense of freedom in life, and that wasn't there before. And with that, he turned his back to the river and walked confidently in his own direction. The reflection of reality represents two sides of a person: the warmth and the cold, the sweet and the bitter, the fearful and the courageous, the wise and the foolish, the forgiveness and the judging. Each side of ourselves is meant to work in harmony and balance to create life that's perfect for us as an individual, but sometimes we struggle to find that balance, and often we feel separated from our other half. When we attempt to pull ourselves back together, it can be incredibly painful, and when we feel that pain we feel, we attempt to live in balance that prevents us from joining back together fully. What we don't realize is that the pain is temporary. If we can just strengthen ourselves again to deal with the pain of rebalancing, we can be whole once again. When we feel things we haven't since we were children, we can love ourselves with our entire heart, we can think of it with our entire mind, we can feel our entire soul, and we can find the direction we're truly meant to go. As long as we are balanced, we can solve any problem the world throws at us. We can ask for advice, but internally we all know the answers to our own problems, because our problems are our own and not anyone else's. We cannot feel what they cannot feel what precisely way we feel it, and they cannot solve the issues which we suffer from. We know that in order to get better, not only to survive and really exist, but to thrive in this world. We often ignore the solution because it's more painful we care to admit. If you are out of balance in any way, focus on rebalancing the sides of that you are lacking, and you will solve the biggest problems in life. And for the problems that do not have a proper solution, your balanced self will be strong enough to endure any hardships that may come your way. Let the reflection of duality be a warning and your blessing, and venture forth in your own direction towards a healthy and balanced life that you can be proud living. Your secret word is duality. Remember this word for it benefit you greatly if you decide to use it. Duality. Huh. Sometimes the mirror reflects something within your soul, and sometimes the mirror reflects the reverse of what resides inside you. Both factors are at equal value. It's up to you to interpret whether your reflection shows your reality or the reverse of it, wanderer. So pay heed and listen to my words, for the mirror never lies. I will free you from the confines of this place once and for all, and you are free to do as you please from this point onward. I wish you the best of luck on your journey forward, wanderer. From now is the time for you to do some reflection of your very own. You discovered 6 of the 7 deadly skins. You discovered 6... Oh, fuck. Ah, god damn it. You discovered 6 out of the 7 deadly sins. You discovered 23 out of the 23 butterflies. You discovered 18 of the 18 torn journal pages. And you discovered 20 out of the 21 celestial pedestals. God damn it. You discovered 7 of the 7 artifacts. You discovered 6 of the 8 relics. There are far more hidden secret stuff for you to uncover, but this particular journey must end here. Your result based on this journey has different varying variables, which may vary with each playthrough dependent on the multitude of factors. There are 5 separate endings to discover and many hidden secrets littered throughout each room, only to be found by a clever explanation. We hope you enjoyed your experience and have learned a little more about how your brain works, which ended with various scenarios and options to choose from. Take the secret word you assigned to the end of your session, leave in a comment for us. We'll be selecting you based on the future project called Chasing Beans, yeah, blah blah blah. So in the meantime, we'd like to recommend a title, The Advisor. It feels a great player/developer interaction allows players to cast their vote with the story should head. It's a choices matter style game that's never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. We'll be taking your name into comments from the comments and placing it in the credits of an upcoming RPG title. We thank you for your participation and support. We truly appreciate you and look forward to reading your thoughts. If you left your secret word in any of our other titles, we read your feedback if you helped us construct without this project, as well as the other titles we're currently developing. Always read every comment we get, and we won't go unnoticed. If you'd like to support us by playing any of our projects and leaving a secret word for us, we greatly appreciate it. We'll have a link to our other games in the main title screen. It's never too late to get involved in your secret words, even if it left on previously released projects, we'll still use for future projects. Again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We hope you got some form of enjoyment from the experiences we create. We also like to give a special shout out to Markiplier and its community for supporting us through the other titles. My God. It's really meant so much for longtime fans and the amount of joy bring. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I've read this before. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean, but I've read this before. Thank you for watching. Really hope you get punched. My fucking God. We really hope you get to punch a nun at some point in the future. I don't want to punch a nun. Stop it. We wish you the best in future endeavors and may your life be flooded with happiness you deserve. If you go to our title screen and click on our other games, you'll find a link to Markiplier's new amazing project, In Space with Markiplier, premiering April 4th, 2022. It is April 5th. Please show Markiplier some love and support. He's working tirelessly. You definitely won't be passion project all. I want to try that because it's like a decision thing, isn't it? Or like it kind of reminds me of Hardcore Henry, where it's like done in first person. You definitely won't be disappointed. Okay. I might watch that, read that, play that, whatever it is. Feel free to check out other supplies, blah, 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 blah. It's an interactive YouTube thing, yeah. Okay. I'll check it out. Not on stream, though. I'll check it out, though. Credits! All these wonderful people. Oh. Oh. This is amazing. The Testing Chamber. Our other games. So we played ooh, is Chasing Demons out? Chasing Demons is not out yet. I will play Chasing Demons. It is not out yet though. It's not out. So I might play The Advisor. The Advisor series. What's this? Okay, I'll probably play one of these other ones someday. I'm really glad I decided to wait to play this because it took 3 hours. So it would have turned my 5-hour stream, 5, 6, 7, 8 into an 8-hour stream, which I was not prepared to do. Ooh, I didn't mean to close that right away, but yeah, we're done. That's today's stream. Is there anyone live right now? Raid real quick. And I gotta go do some housework. Oh, I know who I'm raiding.
Come together, Rouse Club. The new
There we go. Go say hi, or I will fucking die. I don't know. I just wanted to rhyme. Thistle is awesome.